Now I've switched to the creator mode software on the DE1 Plus. You can see it looks quite different, but the same concept is there. Instead of big fat buttons, we've got tabs on top for steam, espresso, hot water, and this is our pre-infusion and espresso step diagram. Just like on the Barista Plus interface, you've got this chart here that allows you to set your shot however you want, and the shot will happen. So really the only difference here, you're going to see in a second, is that you get far more information about your shot. And then the second part is that if you want to make much more fancy shots, so shots, for example, that have flow profiling. Now, flow profiling is a shot where you say, I want this level of espresso flow during this time, and the espresso machine automatically sets the pressure for you. An example of this would be pre-infusion, rise to 9 bar, and then decline the pressure so that the flow goes from 1.2 milliliters per second to half a milliliter per second over 30 seconds. So that's what you would say, and then the espresso machine would automatically change the pressure to give you that decreasing flow rate, or a stable flow rate, or whatever you really want. You can also affect the amount of water, the speed, in the pre-infusion. So right now we're set at 2 milliliters per second. You can do a faster pre-infusion or a really slow one that gives you different flavors as well. So what we're going to do now is load up the portafilter and do a shot. So here I am doing a grind. I'm doing a 16-gram dose. What I do is back up right before it and then give it a pulse, and there I am at exactly 16 grams. That's what it looks like ground. I give it a little wiggle like that, and now a few taps. This is our tamping cradle, which is usually where I tamp. It's a safe place to tamp, and it's also nice and level. This is our tamper. Lock it, use the second handle to squeeze it tight, like so. Put a cup in and hit start. Now the big difference with the creator mode software is you've got charts for pressure, flow, and temperature. And the temperature is not the boiler temperature, it's the temperature that the infusion is happening. Sometimes I call it the brew temperature, the basket temperature. It's all the same thing. It's a temperature probe that's right above the coffee grinds. So now we've just heard the click, which means pre-infusion is starting, and we can see, for example, the water flow line is at 2 milliliters per second because that's the infusion we're doing. Our temperature of our basket, now it's seeing the cooling effects. So here you can see that the temperature sensor has noticed that the grounds have cooled the water. It's putting hot water in, and currently our basket temperature is 89.9 degrees. So there's our dotted line, and the espresso machine has automatically varied the water temperature to get the infusion during most of the shot bang on. And you can see even at the lowest, the basket temperature was 88.2 or so. And that was as far off as we were. That was the worst part, where the grounds had really cooled the coffee. And here's our infusion happening. Now, here you can see our flow rate, and we've got a slow decline that's happening. We're looking at a flow rate of 0.7 milliliters per second. And I'm about to stop the shot. I didn't have to. The timeout settings automatically stopped it where I wanted it. So that is our espresso. And you have really a lot of power to do whatever you want. At this point, you can see what the shot looked like. So you can see here, this was our pre-infusion stage, water poured in, 2 milliliters per second. The end of pre-infusion was automatically detected. That's what that vertical line is. Then we ramped up pressure automatically. There we are ramping it up, holding it, and then we automatically, after the hold, had a slow decline there until the shot ended. In terms of temperature, this is the infusion temperature, the basket temperature, the brew temperature, all the same thing. It means the temperature that the water on the basket actually is. And you can see the cooling effect of the grounds right here. We added hot water to bring it up, and then as more of the puck got saturated during pre-infusion, the temperature got dragged down by about 1.5 degrees centigrade. Again, the machine compensating by putting hotter water in, bringing it up, and doing most of our infusion within about 1 degree centigrade of the temperature we wanted. So that's what a shot looks like on the creator mode, and you can play with all these different settings to try and achieve the taste profile that you're looking for and really get transparency by looking at these charts, something that, to my knowledge, no espresso machine has ever shown us this level of detail as to what's happening inside your espresso.